In just days, the winter moratorium ends, the time period where Wisconsin law prevents utilities from turning off heat. Scammers know this and could use this to trick you into try to make payments that actually aren't going to your utility company. And the Consumer First Alert, Tammy Elliott, explains the scam so you don't lose any money.
Monday, April 15th is the end of the winter moratorium in Wisconsin. This is important for people who fell behind on paying their heating bills. Scammers know this date too and will use it to try and trick people. Wisconsin Public Service wants you to know what to listen for to recognize this phone scam.
They spoof your caller ID to make it appear that Wisconsin Public Service is contacting you, or they might play a recording that sounds like it is from our company. They use tactics such as threatening you with immediate disconnection if you don't make a payment in a short amount of time.
WPS says hang up on those threatening phone calls. If a caller demands immediate payment with gift cards or through a third-party payment app or even cryptocurrency, that's a scam. And if you're not sure of the status of your account, check with the company. Look for that contact information on your statement. And WPS says they don't call or threaten disconnection. They send a letter, and disconnection is a last resort.
Slow down. Think about the call that you're receiving. Listen to what the person on the other end of the phone is saying. And again, if it doesn't feel right, trust your instincts. Hang up the phone and then contact us at the number that's on your WPS bill.
So important. And also be careful if you're searching online for a company phone number to call. Matt Cullen, that WPS spokesperson, says they've seen scammers buying sponsored posts on search engines like Google or Bing, so that top search result may show up as a link looking like it's an official website, but it's a scam. So you want to make sure you're going to the real website, wisconsinpublicservice.com. And Wisconsin Consumer Protection says they've had recent reports of these utility scam calls. So hang up. It's not a rude thing. It's the right thing, a safe step to protect yourself from a potential scam. Tammy Elliott, Action 2 News.